Oh, so we're going. All right. It's been a long time since I've done a video. It feels like kind of a pivotal shift is happening in my life, particularly what I'm doing professionally. And I want to tell you guys about it. I want to tell you what I've been up to, why I've been silent for the past few months especially, but even the past few years. I've kind of taken a step back. And I want to tell you why I've been doing that and why I'm getting back into coming on YouTube, coming on podcasts, speaking my truth and talking about some of these things that I've talked about in the past around addiction, sexuality, masculinity. So I think the big thing to know is that one of the main reasons why I've been so silent is that the online world can just be a pretty negative space sometimes, particularly when you are talking about anything that has the potential to be divisive or triggering for some people or just kind of sensitive for some people, things like sexuality, health, gender issues, all of these topics can trigger a lot of strong emotions within people. And you probably know that online space can be quite a just kind of a feisty place, if you know what I mean. People just want to kind of point fingers and you're no good and you're no good and this is bad and the kind of virtue signaling stuff that we see a lot. Not to say that all of that is bad. Calling somebody out for something that's inappropriate is great, but it also feels like sometimes it's done just for the sake of wanting to be seen as more virtuous than other people, wanting to just pick on everything. It's like you can't really even post something without somebody criticizing it because it doesn't fit every possible scenario in every situation. I've had this many times on posts. You post something about mindfulness that seems fairly innocuous and somebody will say, wow, this doesn't apply to this, or this isn't taking into account this situation or this circumstance or this upbringing. And I get it. We want to fight for the oppressed. We want to fight for the people who are not having a voice. And so I understand that urge to, fight for the people who don't necessarily have a voice, and to call out injustice. But it does feel like some of it has just gone to this extreme level. And the consequence of that is that I have gotten to a place where I've been doing a lot of self-censorship. I think that's one of the key themes that I want to explore today is self-censorship around putting anything out there, because I'll think about, this is a great message, I want to share some idea, and I might even start creating a post about it, and I start thinking, wow, is there any way that somebody could pick this apart or point out a flaw? And if there's any kind of minute possibility that somebody might attack it or call it out or something, then I step back and say, whoa, wait a minute, I can't put this out there. This doesn't apply to this group, or this doesn't apply to this situation. And so that self-censorship is something that I've been struggling with a lot in the past few years, really. I mean, going back 2-3 years, I think. And it's caused me to stop speaking my truth, to stop working on the things that I think are valuable in the world, particularly in the realm of men's sexual health, around pornography, porn addiction, sexuality in general, and that's painful. It's beyond painful. It's a disservice to myself. It's a disservice to the world that I am not going out there and helping people that need help because I'm scared of what some online people are going to say, some trolls are going to say. And they're not all trolls. That's the hard part, is some of these people who are criticizing stuff out there come from very good places. They want to help. And I hope it doesn't go away completely. We need feedback, right? We want people to be saying, hey, you know, what you said is not right, it's not appropriate, or whatever. We need that kind of, you know, a diversity of ideas out there. But what we don't need is just this insane kind of negativity going on. So this is all to say that through some soul searching recently, in the past few months, I've come to a place of realizing that I need to go out there and do this stuff. I need to talk about porn addiction, because even though I've been silent about it on social media, I'm still doing this work. I'm still, you know, working with men one-on-one in coaching. I still see people signing up for my course. I still know that porn addiction is a huge topic and an under-addressed topic. And I see how powerful and transformative it is to help people with it. You know, for the people I work with, to have someone that holds a safe space and says, hey, you're not alone in this. You know, you're not a monster. You know, you're struggling with this addiction thing, but that doesn't make you a bad person. That alone is so transformative and healing. And I know that the world needs more of these safe spaces. The world needs more of these conversations around things like pornography and addiction and sexual health, and, you know, all this stuff. It's beyond pornography now. It's gone into social media addiction, gaming, you know, food, dating apps. It's really everywhere. And I do feel called to do this work. And so the reason I'm making this video is to just explain a little bit of why I've been silent. You know, the criticisms, the trolling, the negative comments online really did get to me. And it was hard for me to go public, not because I was worried that people would know that I had, you know, dealt with porn addiction, because that I've already done. I've gone public with that. But it's the fear of judgment, of people calling things out and saying, you know, whatever it is. That really is something that I struggled with. And it's not easy for me, because I want everyone to like me. You know, I am a people pleaser. And I want to do the right thing also. I think that's a big part of it, is it gets into my head where I start wondering, oh, am I, you know, just getting this all wrong? And so that kind of screwed with my head for a while. But I'm back, and I'm here to say that I'm going to start doing a lot more videos, a lot more content around porn addiction, around addiction in general, the intersection of mindfulness and addiction, Buddhist philosophy and addiction, because it's something I really believe in. And so I would love to hear just your thoughts on this. I know some of you have been watching me from the beginning. You know, I started out just teaching mindfulness, and I started to share my own story, my own struggle with addiction, how I kind of broke free of some of those tendencies through mindfulness and silent retreats and meditation. So I know some of you have been watching this, and I would just love to hear how you've been seeing it. And if you're interested in this, let me know. If you're totally not interested in topics around porn addiction and sexuality, healthy or toxic masculinity, I get it. But just to know that this channel will probably have a lot more of that coming up. So if you want to unsubscribe, that's fine. And if you want to stay here and join for the journey, if you want to see where this ship is going, then I would love to have you here on this journey with me. So, and tell your friends about it too. If you know people who struggle with this, I mean, that's the biggest thing. So many times I've just received messages from friends, people saying, hey, I love this work that you're doing. I know X, Y, and Z person who's struggling with this. I lost this relationship or this partner to porn addiction. So I know there's so many of you out there who have a personal relationship to this one way or another, whether it's yourself personally or through someone you know. So I hope that if you're watching this, you'll let that person know about this stuff that I'm doing. And I would love to hear what you would like to learn more about. Would you like to learn more about video game addiction, email and work addiction, techniques for dealing with urges. What is it? The balance between, being disciplined versus kind of unconditional self-compassion. There's so many topics that I think are beautiful to explore, and I'd love to hear what you would like to hear about. I'm not sure if this is going to be a podcast in the future or videos, or what medium it's going to come out in, what platform it's going to be on. But I know that no matter what, somehow I need to keep doing this work, and I'm trying to find the right place for this work. There are certain reasons why, doing it on Instagram doesn't really work, or, I'm not even going to really try to talk about TikTok. That's a whole nother thing. But I am trying to find the right place where I can get my ideas out there, where I can help people with this, where I can be a source of support or safety for other people who are dealing with this thing. So that's a little bit about my journey, where I've been, what I've been up to, and I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be here with all of you. So much love. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.